Hey, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to STIHL Incorporated, and on behalf of the entire STIHL Executive Council, it's a true pleasure to welcome all of our distinguished guests here today. Before we get started, it is my honor to introduce and welcome to the stage your 74th Governor of the Commonwealth, Governor Glenn Youngkin. Governor, it's a privilege to have you here today, and I'd also like to take a moment to thank the many city and state officials, as well as the many local business leaders who've taken the time out of their busy schedules to join us, including a few with me here on stage. Virginia Secretary of Labor, Brian Slater. Brian. Congresswoman Jen Kiggins. President and CEO of Hampton Roads Workforce Council, Sean Avery. CEO of Gold Key PHR, Bruce Thompson. President and CEO of Virginia Natural Gas, Shannon Pierce. And President CEO of the Virginia Chamber of Commerce, Kathy Vick. And not on stage, but very honored to have her here, Delegate Ann Farrell-Tata. Ann, thank you very much. A special thank you to Governor Youngkin for being here and for choosing STIHL as the location to share his important message as part of the Virginia Has Jobs initiative. Your presence here today is a powerful reflection of your commitment to supporting manufacturing jobs right here in Virginia. Thank you and welcome to STIHL. As we gather today, it is important to reflect on why Virginia has been the ideal location for STIHL since we first set up operations here in 1974. The reasons that made Virginia great then are just as relevant today. A thriving economy, strong support from state and local government, proximity to the Port of Virginia, and a highly skilled workforce. All these factors have allowed us to build the foundation of success that we continue to build on today. Manufacturing in Virginia has enabled us to create top quality products while building lasting customer connections. When customers pick up a US-built STIHL tool, they hold a product that combines German precision engineering with American quality, pride, and care. That is something truly special. And when we started, we had just 50 employees in a 20,000 square foot rented facility. Today, STIHL Incorporated employs over 2,400 full-time employees nationwide, 2,200 of those right here in Virginia Beach. Our facilities have grown too, expanding to 1.6 million square feet across this 150-acre campus. In our first year, we assembled 12,000 units. Today, we assemble more than 12,000 units every day. In fact, at the end of last year, we reached a remarkable milestone, producing our 100 millionth unit right here in Virginia Beach.
Come on, that's really awesome.
Thank you. One notable area of growth for STIHL has been in our battery-operated tools, and since 2018, we've invested millions of dollars into our U.S. battery manufacturing operations. From blowers and trimmers to advanced battery pack assembly, we're driving innovation in manufacturing and sustainable landscaping solutions, again, right here in Virginia. Today, we're standing in our brand new state-of-the-art 84,000 square foot battery facility. And here we manufacture 27 models of battery-powered tools, assemble 11 models of battery packs, and employ more than 100 people. We are incredibly proud of the growth STIHL has achieved in Virginia over the last 50 years. And much of that success is thanks to the unwavering support we've received from our city and state leaders, including Governor Youngkin. Your commitment to creating jobs and fostering growth in Virginia makes this a fantastic place to live, work, and build a business. And again, thank you everybody for being here today. And at this time, please join me in welcoming Virginia State Governor Glenn Youngkin to the stage. Thank you.
Amazing. Well, good afternoon. Chris, thank you so much for hosting us. And I was worried as we were walking through this amazing facility that it's quiet and that, in fact, they are not manufacturing the 100 millionth product today. And he promised me as soon as we all leave, within 10 minutes, they're going to be back up and running. And so thank you for taking a break and giving us a chance to not only visit STIHL, but to come together and talk about what is happening in the Commonwealth of Virginia, not just at STIHL, not just in Virginia Beach or Hampton Roads, but across the entire state. And it is really, really exciting. I want to thank all the leaders that have joined us, leaders from business and education and government, but also leaders who understand that we create opportunity. And when we are able to create opportunity, the entire state thrives. And I want to be really, really clear. I've said time and time again, government does not create jobs. Business does. And when businesses are thriving, then Virginia does well. And when businesses are thriving, opportunity is unleashed. And so here we are. Here we are in Hampton Roads in Virginia Beach. And I have to say, what a moment for us to just acknowledge the opportunities in front of us. You see, 3 weeks ago, we launched an initiative called Virginia Has Jobs. And let me be clear, Virginia has jobs. 250,000 jobs across the Commonwealth of Virginia. Positions that are ready to hire people into. And what that means is that opportunity is available. And that opportunity is available to people who live here in the Commonwealth and might want to change jobs. People who may be seeing job interruption and might need a new career path. People who are coming out of our high schools and our colleges who are looking for that great first job. And from people all over America who want to come to a place that celebrates opportunity and unleashes that liberty and freedom to chart your own path. I have to say, one of the great things that's happened in the last year is for the first time in over a decade, more people are coming to Virginia than they are moving away to the other 49 states. And that is something we should all be very proud of. We, in fact, are a destination where people want to build their lives, to raise a family, and to have a great, great career. Now, on day one of our administration, we made one simple announcement. We are open for business. And that is what we have focused on in a very intense way for the last 3 years. We've lowered the cost of living. And in fact, we're working on a budget now which will have further tax relief for Virginians, and it'll take us to about $9 billion of tax relief over the course of the last 3 years. We've streamlined regulations. 50,000 regulations have been streamlined that unleashes $1.2 billion a year that doesn't need to be spent on stuff by businesses and by individuals. We have seen Virginians enter the workforce in an unprecedented way. And today we have over 275,000 more people working than we did just 3 years ago. More people working than ever in the history of the Commonwealth. And of course, we have seen businesses bank and bet on the future of the Commonwealth. And Chris, I want to thank you again for believing in Virginia. $100 billion has been committed by companies who are either here to expand or new ones coming. And with that $100 billion comes another 70,000 jobs that are opportunities for Virginians and opportunities to see people's dream come true. We've been competing. We've been competing to win. And I dare say that Virginia has been winning. We've been winning with big companies and we've been winning with small ones. We set out an ambition that we would have 10,000 new high-growth startups that would find their first employee and that first customer and that first product here in the Commonwealth. And I thought it would take us 4 years to do that. Well, we did it in 2. And today, 3 years in, we find ourselves now with 15,000 of these high-growth startups being the backbone of course, our communities with entrepreneurs living their dreams. Yes, we have jobs. We have lots of jobs. I have to say that with 250,000 job openings, we also have to have a great educational system, a great opportunity to train folks as they might move to a new career. And I have to say how proud I am of Virginia's both K through 12 and our higher education, our community college system and our four-year universities. We continue to set a pace that other states try to rival in making sure that we are growing our talent in addition to having it move here. But out of those 250,000 jobs, there's 58,000 of them here in Hampton Roads. 58,000 jobs that are ready to be taken right here in Hampton Roads. And I want to thank all of our business leaders that are standing here and many of you sitting down, because they're all your jobs. And thank you for believing and expanding. Thank you for having the confidence to say, yes, I am going to hire someone else, and utter those most powerful words in the English language. All right, the most powerful words in the English language are, I love you. But right behind them are, you are hired. Right behind them. And I just want to thank all of our business leaders for issuing that edict to hire people and share that most amazing moments where someone gets hired. One of the statistics that I pay a lot of attention to is the health of Virginia's economy and the health of our Commonwealth. Bottom line is, with lots of job growth and lots of people working and companies investing and running our government efficiently, we are running surplus after surplus after surplus. And in fact, we are getting ready to run our fourth year of over $1 billion surplus. This is a state that is doing well. I worry about our federal government. Our federal government has $37 trillion in debt. And it's losing another $2 trillion a year. And so the new administration stepped into that challenge. And they have undertaken a very, very difficult task of driving efficiencies and cost savings in the federal government. This is needed. We as a nation need to get fiscal responsibility back into the federal government like we have it in states all over America. But the reality is, with that reduction in federal spending and federal expenses comes the loss of jobs. And this is something that has all of our attention. And many of us come to it through a life of experience. When I was growing up, my dad lost his job twice. Once when we lived in Richmond, which because of that job loss, our whole family relocated to Virginia Beach, which is why we were here. And then, of course, 3 years later, he lost it again. The company that he was working for was sold, and everyone was laid off. It is unbelievably disruptive, anxiety-producing when a parent loses a job for that individual and for their family. And so I come to this with that perspective. And I come to it with a perspective that says, while we know this is necessary, it hurts. And so let's work together in order to provide opportunities and pathways for fellow Virginians that need that moment of a fresh start. Let's open up those pathways and let's do it in an overwhelming way. Virginia has jobs, 250,000 jobs. They're open for everyone. But I particularly want our federal workers who are experiencing real anxiety and may experience job disruption to know that there's opportunity here. Your skill set, your capabilities are transferable to another career in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And therefore, we have an entire set of resources to go to work to support these Virginians. It can start with, how do I file for unemployment? How do I make sure I don't lose my health care? And you can find all of that information on Virginia Has Jobs. The next step is what types of opportunities might be available to me. And you can find many of them on Virginia Has Jobs. You also might ask the question, well, my skills don't match perfectly. I've been trained in this, but I need to be able to do that. And also on Virginia Has Jobs, there is an entire resource page with our community college system and our higher ed and local services to support you in that process. And I have to say, I even have in my own family, my sister found a community college credentialing opportunity to start a new career in something very different. And she's my older sister. And so she found it at later in her life. This can work. And then you're going to ask the question, well, I haven't really interviewed in a long time, and I haven't prepared my resume, and can I get some help doing that stuff? And the short answer is yes. It all exists. And we can help you find those support systems. So today we are here talking about opportunity. And it is that opportunity that we want to make sure everyone understands how to obtain that opportunity. The Virginia Has Jobs website, which if you hadn't noticed is virginiahasjobs.com, since we've launched it, it's had over 110,000 site visits. 110,000 site visits. And just last week, I guess now, Brian, 2 weeks ago, we ran a virtual job fair in Northern Virginia. And in that virtual job fair, we had 300 companies participating. There were 11,500 job openings represented, and there were 13,000 applications submitted for those jobs in just 5 hours. The jobs are there, the resources are there, and what's so exciting is the desire and ambition is there to find that next career. So here we find ourselves together, embarking on, yes, another opportunity to invite people into a future in Virginia, a future that is filled with resources to support one another. Right here in Hampton Roads, the Hampton Roads Workforce Council operates 6 Virginia Career Work Centers that have placed 2,000 veteran and military spouses in the region, and that have worked with over 2,000 individuals to find other careers. And Sean, thank you for your leadership. I've been watching you for a long time, and you do such a good job. And these are jobs across healthcare and technology and cybersecurity and hospitality and logistics, manufacturing, maritime. This is an opportunity for us to highlight the breadth that is available in the Commonwealth. And so, with that opportunity in front of us, we are hosting next Tuesday our next virtual hiring event for Hampton Roads. And so I would ask every one of these great employers to please sign up and be part of this. And in fact, if you don't know how to sign up, get your pen out. It's hiring.events@virginiaworks.gov. And you can register as an employer, and you can register as a potential applicant. Again, hiring.events@virginiaworks.gov. That's next Tuesday on the 25th of March. That is exciting because once again, there will be hundreds of employers, and once again, there will be thousands of job opportunities, and once again, there will be thousands of applicants who are going to work, and I know will hear those magic words, "You are hired." Virginia's success today is reflective of everyone's efforts. And I again want to thank everyone for coming together and being on this journey of building an opportunity machine that not only allows people to dream big, but provides everyone an opportunity to go chase that dream and fulfill those God-given capabilities that we've all been blessed with. Virginia is open for business. Virginia has jobs, and the opportunity is here and we are here to help you succeed. So may God bless this effort. May He bless the Commonwealth. And with that, I have the great privilege of introducing our second-term Congresswoman right here from Virginia Beach, Jen Kiggins, who goes to work every day fighting for Virginia and particularly Hampton Roads. Congresswoman Kiggins, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much to Governor Youngkin, and it's just a privilege to be here with so many business leaders, so many great community leaders. Thank you to STIHL for hosting this event, and for all of you just for taking time to be with us during this time of change for our country. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in Washington, and that's not lost on me. I certainly know what's at stake, and I'm just thankful that Hampton Roads is home to many amazing growing industries like healthcare, construction, manufacturing, defense, hospitality, and so much more. I'm proud to report that last year, Hampton Roads unemployment was below the national average, thanks to our many employment opportunities across various sectors. In Congress, I've been proud to support economic initiatives that benefit our district, helping secure significant federal funding for important projects across Southeast Virginia. I've been focused on America, where we build an economy founded on good-paying domestic jobs, rooted in the private sector. That's how we build a long-lasting, sustainable economy. I will continue to champion common sense, pro-growth policies that empower our local economy, keep taxes low, and support a positive trajectory for job growth and economic development. I'll say that those of us in Washington who sit in the majority in Congress we are definitely prioritizing and just committed to extension of that Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that I know so many of us are concerned about that's expiring this year. We need to keep that tax burden low for our hardworking American families. Thankfully, our work on the federal level is complemented by the strong support on the state level through Governor Youngkin's steadfast leadership. Thanks to Governor Youngkin, Virginia's economy has seen significant investments in innovation, job creation, and workforce development, making it an ideal environment for families to thrive. I know that my work in Washington is also related to relieving that regulatory burden, the permitting burden that we all know so well, especially in the energy spaces. We know that a lot of the companies that are coming here to the Commonwealth, like the data centers, like artificial intelligence industry, they're gonna need energy, and we don't have enough of that. So my work in my committees between natural resources and then also on the armed services side, the defense industry here in Hampton Roads, I don't need to tell all of you how important that is just to our thriving economy. But on top of that, Governor Youngkin has also launched this Virginia Has Jobs initiative. And again, I think just in this time of change when there is so much happening, just thinking about what the Commonwealth has to offer and what all of you in this room can offer to that effort. Virginia Has Jobs is designed to connect job seekers with the wealth of opportunity available in our Commonwealth. Specifically, we have 250,000 jobs waiting to be filled, with the industries spanning, again, technology, healthcare, defense, manufacturing, and more. Virginia's economy is flourishing. And when it comes to defense, we need those defense jobs here. I have so many veterans that we need to take care of. We're incentivizing a lot of reasons why veterans need to stay here in the Commonwealth. But we need to take care of not just the veterans, but the veteran families. And that's something that has been a priority and will continue to be a priority of mine in Washington. With more than 250,000 job openings, the Commonwealth is committed to putting Virginians first and helping them connect with opportunities that will improve their lives and help them provide for their families. I'm proud to say that Virginia is open for business, and I'm excited to watch our growth continue to expand. Thank you so much for having me today. And now I'd like to welcome to the podium Sean Avery, President and CEO of the Hampton Roads Workforce Council.
Thank you, Congresswoman, for all your support and everything you're doing to support us in Washington. Appreciate you. Governor Youngkin, on behalf of the Hampton Roads Workforce Council, I want to sincerely thank you for your unwavering commitment to strengthening the workforce system across the Commonwealth of Virginia. Your leadership and investment in workforce initiatives are making a real difference in our community and our economy. At the Hampton Roads Workforce Council, we believe that workforce development is economic development. That belief is reflected in our strong partnership with the Hampton Roads Alliance, where collaboration drives opportunity, growth, and long-term success. The Virginia Has Jobs initiative is a perfect example of how we can bring together business and job seekers in a way that fuels economic prosperity. With over 50,000 jobs in our region alone, the stakes are high and the opportunities are vast. We must ensure that our businesses have the skilled talent they need to thrive while providing individuals with meaningful pathways to success. Virginia Has Jobs is more than a tool, it's a game changer, connecting talent with opportunity in real time. As we look ahead, the Hampton Roads Workforce Council remains fully committed to work alongside you, Governor, and your team to make Virginia, especially Hampton Roads, I have to throw that out there, the premier destination for business growth and workforce development. Together, we can build a stronger, more competitive, and more prosperous future. Governor Youngkin, again, thank you for your leadership, your vision, and your dedication to ensuring that Virginia leads the way. You're welcome. It is now my great honor to introduce a true leader in our community, the one and only Bruce Thompson.
2 minutes. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you all and Governor Youngkin and all the business leaders of the community concerning the hospitality industry. Recently, I was on an international flight and I was in the Dulles airport and the plane was delayed and I was sitting there and there was a young man and we started talking. He said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia." So "Where are you from?" And he said he lived up there in Northern Virginia and that he was a recruiter for the aerospace industry. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. I said, "How's it going?" He said, "Well, it's going good, except for a lot of the folks that I'm trying to bring in, the spouses." And now I'm even thinking about having the challenges of exporting because spouses are losing jobs with the federal government. And I thought to myself, I said, well, do they have to be the folks that do they have to work? He said, "Well, I have a guy that works for Boeing and he doesn't even work from home." And I said, "Well, you know," taking a page out of Governor Youngkin's book, I said, "You know, there's a great place in Virginia Beach, Virginia, where you can live, work, and raise a family in Virginia Beach, Virginia." And I'm in the hospitality industry, and what we do is that we hire the personality and train on the skill set. He said, "Well, that's an interesting idea." And I said, "Well, no, safest beaches, safest community, best schools." He said, "You know, that's an interesting commentary." My HR department contacted him, and they are up there in Northern Virginia today looking for those opportunities to bring folks into the hospitality industry. One of the challenges that we found over the years is that a lot of people don't understand there's 420,000 hospitality jobs. Currently today, there are 4,000 open positions in the hospitality industry. 1 in every 10 non-farm job is associated with the hospitality industry. But the challenge that we have is convincing people that these are not low-paying jobs. First of all, long before there was all these issues about raising the minimum wage, we never could pay the minimum wage because the talent, the opportunities weren't there, and it's particularly as other industries were growing and coming to Virginia Beach. So the minimum wage in the hospitality industry is a misnomer, and those people that get tip wages, they're making 7, 8, 9 times the. But that's where sort of the perception is that the hospitality industry is low-paying jobs. The hospitality industry is the easiest industry for anyone to enter. All those folks in Northern Virginia that lost jobs, if their spouse is doing some other work and they can work from home, you can enter the hospitality industry very easily and the quickest promotion. And as you get promoted through there, 1/3 of the hospitality positions are not hourly wage jobs. And one of the things that I always enjoy talking about is what are the opportunities, the career path. A hotel managing director makes $250,000 a year or more. A general manager is $75,000 to $150,000. Department heads $50,000 to $125,000. Sales managers $50,000 to $120,000. Rooms division managers $100,000 to $150,000. Food and beverage directors $75,000 to $150,000. Restaurant managers $60,000 to $150,000. Banquet managers $60,000 to $150,000. Security supervisors $60,000 to $150,000. IT support, sous chefs, executive chefs, cooks, front office managers, controllers, admin staffs, front office supervisors, bartenders, and valets. all making in excess of 60, and many, many, many of those positions in the 100,000. And those opportunities come very quickly for people that want to make the hospitality industry a career. So we're in Northern Virginia looking for those folks that are trying to find a pathway forward and bringing them to beautiful coastal Virginia to work in the hospitality industry in this entire region. And I'm looking forward to working with the governor to continue those opportunities for each and every person in Northern Virginia. Come on down to sunny Virginia Beach and join Gold Key PHR. We have 300 positions open right this minute. So thank you again for the opportunity.
You're hired.
To go out there.
You're hired.
Thanks.
Thank you, Bruce. I am truly honored to be here today. On behalf of Virginia Natural Gas and our terrific team, I want to thank you, Governor Youngkin, and your administration for your leadership and for promoting economic development and workforce opportunities right here in the Commonwealth through the Virginia Has Jobs initiative. I also want to thank all of the elected officials who support economic development and workforce development and the partnership that we enjoy. I grew up and was educated in Virginia. Now I left for a little while, and after spending about 19 years working for our parent company, I am back home, and I'm thrilled to be back home during this exciting time of growth in Virginia. This year, Virginia Natural Gas celebrates our 175th anniversary. Our story began lighting the streets of Norfolk, and today we serve over 300,000 customers and support southeastern Virginia with a workforce of about 1,000. That's about 400 employees and also 600 contractors. Our dedicated team works each day to provide clean, safe, reliable, and affordable natural gas service to families, to small and large businesses, key facilities like Naval Station Norfolk and 13 other military institutions, critical large employers like STIHL here, one of our great customers, and also the shipbuilding industry, including Newport News Shipbuilding. At Virginia Natural Gas, we're not only focused on meeting today's energy needs, but also the energy demands of the future. But our commitment goes beyond just providing energy. We also deeply believe that meaningful employment is a cornerstone of a thriving community and is life-changing. V&G strives to be an employer of choice, and we benefit from a strong employee retention due to our meaningful work. By the end of this year, we anticipate hiring about 50 additional employees, and not only do we hire them, but we train them, and we pay them while they're being trained. Additionally, our contractors typically hire about 50 employees each month. So yes, Virginia has jobs. And since I've been back in Virginia over the last year or so, I don't think there's one meeting that I have attended where the subject of workforce does not emerge. And while it may be a challenge, it's also a tremendous opportunity. V&G looks forward to continuing to support economic development and growth, not only with jobs in our industry, but throughout the Commonwealth, through our partnerships and through our philanthropy. It is through collaboration and shared vision that we can truly propel Virginia forward and ensure that Virginia continues to have jobs to support families and a robust economy. And on that note, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce a key partner in fostering that collaboration and growth in the Commonwealth, my friend and V&G alum, Kathy Vick, CEO of Virginia Chamber.
Thank you, Shannon. I'm actually an alum of Virginia Natural Gas and Gold Key. My very first job was at a Gold Key resort as a waitress, and so built the skills right here, right? So great excuse to be back home today. Thank you, Governor, as I have traveled around the state the last few weeks and listened to my members, 30,000 across the Commonwealth, talking about opportunity. I've gotten to hear the great stories of over the last several years working with Veterans Affairs for our Hire Vets Now, working with Secretary Slater and Virginia Works, Sean Avery to put together workforce development programs. I thought, how could we do more? than that. I mean, there is a reason we are the top state for business 6 times. Why we were the top state for business facilities last year. There's a reason for that, and it's called leadership, and it's called accessibility. You look at the accessibility that this administration has invested in for folks to get certifications, to have various and diverse pathways into the workforce. Again, I thought, how could we be better than that? And we've done it again with Virginia Has Jobs. Right now, as the governor mentioned, there are kids getting out of school, there are federal workers who've been displaced, who are anxious, there are people who want to pivot and choose a different career, and after hearing the ambassador of Virginia Beach, there's probably going to be more, right? And they have a choice. They can choose fear or they can choose faith. And what I know about this platform is it shows us you can have faith in Virginia. And as our members, our employers who are participating, it is providing a pathway and accessibility that they haven't had before. As a mom of 2 college students looking for jobs, I can tell you having them all in one place is so helpful to these folks who are feeling anxious and not knowing where to go. It cuts through the noise of 8, 9 different platforms where they're looking for jobs and putting in keywords. It's all right there. It's organized. If you haven't been on it, it's organized by industry. So it makes it very accessible, and you just click through, and then again, all of those resources that are right there in one spot. So thank you, Governor. Thank you to the General Assembly members who are also supporting this great work, and I'll turn it back now to His Excellency, the 74th Governor, Glenn Youngkin.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so now we're prepped and ready, and it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work at great companies all over the Commonwealth, but particularly here in Hampton Roads. And I just want to highlight some of the other employers who have been here with us today who didn't get a chance to speak. Riverside Health Systems, AIT, Pembroke Enterprises, Newport News Shipbuilding, ECPI University, where you can not only have a career, but you can also be educated. The Urban League, Closet Factory, Centera, Town Bank, Sumitomo Machinery, the United Way of Southampton, Atlantic Union Bank, and more and more and more. I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your incredibly busy schedules and coming here showcasing the fact that Virginia has jobs. And so, as we end every meeting in our administration, I thank everyone for their hard work. I thank everyone for their commitment to the Commonwealth. And then I remind everybody that we know what time it is. It's time to go to work. Thank you all very much, and God bless you.
Thank you.